guys, welcome to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris Stelz. Tonight we are looking at Stone's 14th anniversary Empirical IPA. Comes in at 8.9%. It's basically an Imperial IPA that they use all British hops, malts. They even use the water chemistry that they use in the Burton region, where they brew, a ton of traditional style English IPAs. It's basically where the IPAs came from. This came out of a trip to England that Mitch Steele and Steve Wagner took of Stone to basically study, IPAs and everything. And this is the product of that. This is what they got. Curious to see how these two come together. So let me get it in the glass for you and give you the verdict. Okay, the appearance on the 14th anniversary. It's a nice clear orange, tons of carbonation streaming off the bottom, a really light kind of yellowish honey orange color. Nice white head, a little bit off color, a little bit off white in the right between the surface of the beer and the actual head starts. It's really got tons of head retention. It's that white fluffy vanilla ice cream looking head, really sticking around here. So it's a really good looking beer. Okay, the aroma on this beer, I'm getting a little bit of pininess in there, definitely tons of earthiness and hints of citrus from I'm assuming it's Kent Golding hops they used in this. A little bit of maltiness. There's actually a little bit of funkiness from the yeast, and I was reading they actually used an old British yeast, so I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. Definitely it smells like an IPA. It's not as strong as, say, you're used to with a Stone, Ruination or anything from the West Coast. Definitely a lot of earthy, kind of spicy notes to this one, and that's really, that malty, bready backbone. That's really the highlights of the aroma on this one. Okay, so the taste is definitely very West Coast. It's actually kind of surprising. Lots of grapefruit, lots of citrus, lots of pine, blended in there with a lot of kind of subdued spiciness and a little bit of sweet breadiness. Definitely a little bit. You can definitely taste the yeast characters in there, for that kind of that spiciness from the yeast. It's a good tasting beer. Don't search it out if you're looking for an Imperial IPA. It doesn't remind me a lot of like Stone's Ruination or any other West Coast Imperial IPAs. It's definitely got a lot of British in it, meaning that the malts are more predominant than the hops, and the hops, while they are present, are more of a spicy, earthy varietals rather than the bitter, super citrusy kind of grapefruit. But those notes are also in here, so it's kind of a combination of a West Coast IPA and a British IPA. Okay, so the final verdict on Stone's Empirical IPA, in 8.9% alcohol. It's available now. I'm going to give it a B. I don't think it's the greatest beer I've ever had, and to be honest with you, it was on a little bit on the expensive side. This bottle was like 14 bucks at the bottle shop I got it at. It's kind of a weird combination of, a mix between a really good West Coast IPA and then combining with a British IPA, and it kind of gets a little bit muddled in there. You do get spiciness and citrus from the hops. And there's a malt backbone, but it's not quite as much as I was hoping for. Maybe more of a sweetness to the malt or sweetness to the hops would have helped balance this beer out a little bit more. There is some alcohol kind of burning in there. So, overall, it's not a bad beer. I would definitely recommend if you can get it on tap, trying it. Maybe share a bottle with a friend, go halves or something. But in the end, not the best Stone Anniversary Ale, not the best Stone offering I've ever had. I'm going to give it a B. And remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers.